So welcome back to the channel. Man, is my trailer brake? Oh, trailer brake. Does that mean we're hooked up to a trailer? We sure are. Man, I'm really liking this long bed on this GMC. Look at that torque converter locking up on me. Yes. Yeah. So today, what video am I doing today? We're going to be doing like a lot of videos between now and whenever. But if you don't know, I have a 2023 GMC Sierra. I tow a 40-foot fifth wheel. It's about 14.8 the way it sits. Puts about 2,500 pounds of pin weight. And we're going to do a test. What test am I doing today? I don't even know what test I'm doing right now. But we're going to figure it out in this video. Hang tight. So I figured out what we're doing today. We're doing a fuel economy run. So let me go ahead and fill up. I literally have a quarter tank. Man, this truck has so much torque down low. But yeah, we're gonna basically see what kind of fuel economy we're gonna get. Check this out over here. I have the tire pressure monitoring system set up, and it's saying we're at 85. Oh wow. I actually aired the tires early this morning. It was like 30 something degrees outside. The sun wasn't quite out yet. So just driving about 5 minutes, they already have jumped about 5 psi's per or so. But let's go ahead and get some diesel. I wish I could get some DEF, but we'll do a DEF run one day, but not today. But we're gonna see what kind of fuel economy this truck can get. We're also gonna look at acceleration. I did air up my tires, so in the last video I did, the tire pressure was at 60 in the front and about 75 in the rear, and I felt like the truck was swaying a little bit. My wife said the same thing. So in this video, we're gonna try to see if airing up the tires helps with the stability. But first we have to get diesel. Unfortunately, I like to get diesel from Costco, but we can't bring a 40-foot fifth wheel there. Well, we could, but we're gonna be like hated when we get in there. But this would be burnt out really quickly, so we're not worried about it. But let's go ahead and fill it up. Unfortunately, diesel's $5.69 here. I was hoping we'd get back down to like, you know, 2020 levels, 2019 levels, but that's wishful thinking. Alrighty, so unfortunately Sinclair only lets you get $125 worth of diesel, so I had to do it again. So $141, is that what that is? Yep. So yeah, there we go. The only thing I don't really care for about this truck is it doesn't keep your exhaust brake and your tow haul mode on. I remember in the Ram, if you were hooked up, it would keep you all dialed in basically. So we also have to check something else, because sometimes the trailering, it won't remember the trailer either. So let's go to trailers. Okay, so it did remember it this time. So we're gonna really monitor these tires. I apologize if you're getting a little bit of a glare. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get down the road, and let's go ahead and see what this bad boy can do with fuel economy. Oh yeah, I need to reset the fuel economy too. So let's go ahead and do that now. Right there. Let's go. Now that I haven't been towing with the Ram for a while, I can feel the exhaust brake. So it is there, but it's just not strong. And I think when you're at lower speeds, it works even better. So like right now, since I'm in tow haul mode, like if I were to let off on the gas, like I can feel it right now. Do it again. Yeah, I can feel the exhaust brake working, but it's very faint. But again, now that I haven't been towing with the Ram you're like you're literally like you can feel it. And that's the only thing that I really hope that I can fix on this truck somehow. So here's a quick look at the tire pressure monitoring for the trailer. Almost all the tires are running about the same PSI. I filled these up early this morning. So it was really cold outside, and I put them at 80 PSIs. They were around about 73, 74 consistently all the way around. And if you look at the temperature, I read those temperatures as the tires are getting an even wear on the road, or they're all like contributing to a lot of the weight on the trailer, with the exception of maybe one tire. I think one tire's at like 90 PSIs, but the tire temperature is pretty consistent. So when I had my Ram, I feel like the front of the RV was running a little bit higher, and it was probably because of the level I did. But with this truck, the RV is completely level. So I love that they give you the temperature for the tires. They need to do that for the truck. I think that that's really important when you're towing, because earlier this year, we had a tire blowout and it was like 100 degrees outside. So this would probably help you to see your tire temperature. Maybe you should pull off and allow your tires to cool down if it's really, really hot. So I guess this answers a question I've had for a while. Does the independent front suspension really hurt this truck? And the answer is no. I think that GM is doing something here. This truck unloaded, perfect. Under load, great. And I mean, who can deny these 10 gears? I mean, right now, I'm gonna accelerate right now. I mean, the transmission, I like the Eisen still a little bit more, because the Eisen had that like aggressiveness. Like I felt like that torque converter would lock up and the whole truck would shake, because like it just felt more like burly. But this truck, I mean, when you accelerate, it keeps you, it's always in the broadband, but there's just a little bit of something missing compared to the Cummins. The Cummins had, I guess, having that 1,000 pound-feet of torque, it just had a little bit more grunt. So there is a difference in the acceleration. I mean, with the Ford, I'm not even gonna talk about Ford. Ford is just insane. That truck is fast all the way around. But with the Cummins, like, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it could be the 342 rear. It could be that. But the transmission is so responsive, you still get that power, and you still stay within where you need to be at to get that weight going. I wish there were some grades out here. I might need to find some. Actually, if we go up to Park City, there's a lot of grades that way. So we'll have to tow the trailer up there in the future. But overall, I'm super happy with this. I really think that GM hit the nail on the head. And when 2024 comes around, they're adding more horsepower. They're adding more torque. So they're really gonna, up the ante on this. And I think that they said they're gonna increase the torque at low end by 25%. So if you're going up grades, if you're starting from zero, I mean, that truck should feel so much quicker, and it's already really fast. So I answered a question I had the last time I towed. Airing up the tires helps with stability. Now, it's a little bit of a wind today, but it's not bad. I'm going 65 miles an hour. I was up about 75, and there's no sway. So the tires aren't even really quite at 80 PSIs all the way around, except with the exception of one. All three of them, except for this one over here, is at 78, but that's not a big deal because before it was at 60 PSIs. This solves the sway feeling I got last time we were towing. So airing up the tires before you travel is the way to go. Now, I will drive unloaded with the tires this way. I don't really care about how the truck rides. My Ram rode like a truck, like straight up, it was stiff. And this truck is way softer in comparison, so I don't mind how the truck rides. Now, it does feel a little bit more bumpier than the last time we did tow, but I have my stability, so I'll take the bumps if I can have more stability and for it to reduce that sway so much. So really happy about that. But we're gonna probably go maybe 40 miles this way, and then we'll head back, and then we'll stop probably at a Love's fuel station so I can fill up on DEF and diesel. 8 MPG, which is not bad. We've been running about 22 miles so far. We're gonna make a U-turn. I'm actually gonna skip Love's and I'm gonna go back to Sinclair, and we're gonna basically fill up there because I want to get more miles on the clock here. But let's take a look at your temperatures. There's your tire pressure. And then here is your transmission. So it's at 169. That's about what my Eisen was at, but that was in the summertime. I mean, it's 52 degrees outside, so it's not that cold. So 169 is really good. I think unloaded is about 145, so it does heat up when you're under load compared to the Eisen. I feel like the Eisen runs about 169, 170 normal. But again, in the wintertime, I think this truck runs a little bit warmer too, but only time will tell because I haven't really been paying attention when it was a little bit warmer outside. Unfortunately, it goes downhill. See, right here, like I have to hit the brakes to stop. And there's just no feedback from the transmission. from the exhaust brake. It just absolutely sucks. And they really need to fix that. Like, I mean, it's scary. Like, I'm so used to like feeling my truck really like start to stop without me doing anything. And this one just keeps going, more or less. We're actually gonna head back the other way. And like I said, we should get about 40 miles or so. I'm at 8.4 MPG. And yeah, we should be able to get a good idea of what the fuel economy is when we get back. Alrighty, so I just accelerated. I'm at 176 degrees for the temperature for the transmission. And you know, just like I said earlier, that's the only thing that makes these V8 diesels just kind of not working for me. Like, I don't care how fast they are. I want to stop. And I know people say if you put it in cruise control or whatever, but I don't have to make any excuses on Ram's exhaust brake. There's no excuse to be made. All I have to do is just turn that thing on with the tow haul mode and take my foot off the gas, and it starts to slow down. Even when you're going downhill, like in the transmission, it'll downshift. And maybe having 10 gears does affect how aggressive those downshifts are. I mean, I've never driven or towed with an Allison 6-speed, and if someone can jump in the comment section and answer this question, but is the Allison 6-speed strong on the downshifts? Because Ford's transmission is the same way. Like, it's just, there's no feedback. And even if I'm holding the brakes right now, nothing. It's just, there's nothing happening. And I have tow haul mode on, I have exhaust brake on. It's all on, it's just nothing happening. So that's the only thing I'll say about this truck, whereas, you know, you have to slow down. I think going 60, 65 miles an hour is tops in this truck. When I was towing at night with my Ram, I'd be doing 80 miles an hour because, you know, I just feel like I had that confidence. But with this one, I don't have that same feeling I had with the Cummins. Like, that's the greatest diesel of all time, and there's a reason why it's being used on most semi trucks, and at least it's an option. So here's a quick look at the instant and the trip fuel economy. So they measure this by every 25 miles. I think you can do it at 50 miles and more. So currently I'm doing about 9 MPG, which is pretty good. I mean, the roads are kind of flat. I mean, we are kind of going up a little bit. And it actually just switched down to 8. So overall, I mean, that's about what I got once it reset from 25 miles from the last time. So 9.3 so far, and here's the current right here, 8.7. So it's going up steadily. So I think that this does get better fuel economy than the Cummins does overall, but it's really close. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for saying this, but this truck is handling my fifth wheel perfectly. Like, I'm serious when I say this. Higher tire pressure for the win. If you're towing, run it at max PSIs. Like, I've always done that on my Ram, and this is the stability that I had, and I think it's because of that. I love these Goodyear tires. I've said it in the past, this is what Ram needs to start doing. They need to get better tires. Now, I don't know how quickly these are going to wear out, because I am going to try to tow more with this truck as much as possible, but man, the stability is great. I'm going 75 miles an hour, and I feel like, what? So what? This truck, I can go 80 probably, and I'll be fine. Like, I mean, this is perfect, absolutely perfect. It's just floating down the road right now. I did a video showing you guys some of the towing features, things like that. And one thing I'll say is, I think that this is a great consumer truck. I said it in another video, and I'm going to say it again. Like, I think that if you are a RVer, this is the truck I'd buy. 100%. Oh, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Somebody just jumped over on me. I was about to get over. But yeah, this is a great riding pickup. I think that there's not much you have to do to it. Really, I mean, really, there's nothing you have to do besides hook up and go. The one thing about Ram, I think, that kind of makes it fall short to this is you don't have any overload leaf springs on the 3500. So I feel like if you opt for the airbags, you will close the gap and pass this truck. I haven't towed like heavy with an air suspension Ram. I have towed with a 3/4 ton. I towed my black trailer, and the stability was great. And at the time, that truck actually had like 80 PSIs in the tires too. So I think the GMC having those overload leaf springs does make a huge difference. Man, this truck, I gotta go, let me go 79. I'm gonna go up to about 79. I just wanna see. Oh man, it's just floating. I mean, last time we drove it with the trailer, you felt the sway that I felt. We both felt it. Do you feel it right now? It's literally just floating down the road right now. Like, it's perfect. So we're about to get off the interstate, and I want to show you guys the tire pressure. So the sun's on the left side of the trailer, and so I think that's why the tire pressure is a little bit higher. So I'm hitting the brakes, and as I said, nothing's happening. So there was I'm like tapping them now, trying to get them to downshift. So nothing's happening. There it is. There's one little downshift. I feel the exhaust brake a little bit, but you know, the speed is just not, it's not dropping. I mean, here it is. Here's the speed right there. I mean, it's just, now I'm hitting the brakes again. There's just no feedback. It's like intermittent when it works. And when you're in town at low speeds and you're in high gear, you really feel that exhaust brake working the best, but it's still really faint. It's there, but it's not like aggressive. And as I've said in the past, the Eisen transmission and the exhaust brake together is what makes the Ram the greatest truck to tow with, because they both help to stop the truck. But we're about to be back at the gas station here, and yeah, we got really good fuel economy. The Ram can't get this kind of fuel economy. I will be honest, I got 11.8 as an average on the trip computer. This is only for 25 miles. And then the actual trip computer shows 9.5, which again, I think that the Ram probably been closer to 8.7 to about 9. So this is a better truck when it comes down to getting better fuel economy. I don't think the Ram could get the same on those roads because it was very hilly. And I feel like the Eisen probably would have been downshifting a little bit to try to, you know, keep you in that, you know, power band. So 9.5 MPG is where we ended off at. And let's see what the temperatures are. Here's my tire pressure. 11.5 for the 25-mile average. And then here's the transmission. It's 187. So that was in the city. So the transmissions definitely get a little bit hotter than the Eisen, but that doesn't mean that it's worse or anything like that. It's just the transmissions run a little bit warmer. Alrighty, let's go ahead and top it off in about 30 seconds. Sorry for the wind noise. Alright, so we have 53.2 miles, and we're gonna do that by 5 point, what was that number again? There it is, 5.492. So basically, I got a little bit better at the pump than on the computer. And I actually was idling here for a little bit too, so it's probably actually a little bit better. But hey guys, I hope this video was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna do more videos towing with this truck. And I'm gonna do a stress test with towing. So I'm gonna launch this sucker from 0. I'm gonna hit the brakes. We're gonna really put this truck through the ringer to see how well it does and see how hot we can get this transmission too, by the way. I wanna see just how warm it can get. Oh, 181. So it's going up a little bit more or down. I can't remember where it was before, but yeah, we'll find out in another video. How about that? See you guys soon.